Hi guys, this is Bobby with BC Designs. Today is Monday, so it is time for another video. I'm going to show you guys how I created this one. I love heat embossing and I loved those stitched snowflakes, so this card was match made in heaven, I guess, with those two, heat embossing and my stitched snowflakes. I just love them so much. So I used the basic border dies, and this is the die. I cut my piece of basic white 3 by 5.5, and then you just lay that die right in the center. And then when you go to pop it out, you'll see it's not going to cut the ends. It's going to leave it still intact like that. But it's super easy. All you have to do is take your paper snips. I mean, it's so close that it almost cuts it for you, so it's not really that big of a deal. It's not hard to do, you guys. And then as you can see, that's going to fit perfectly on our card front, just like that. I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals. Now, I also used the silver foil 12 by 12 specialty pack that is in our mini holiday catalog, and I used this one here. It comes with 3 different shades of silver in there, and that is the one that I chose to use. I already die cut out my snowflakes just so you guys wouldn't have to sit and watch me do that, and it does take a little bit. I put the adhesive sheets on the back. Thought I got all these guys, but maybe I didn't. So I put our adhesive sheets on the back, so it's going to make it super easy when I go to adhere these snowflakes down here in a minute. So let me show you. I'm going to get these guys. They just want to stick to your hand once you do that. But I am using the stitched snowflake dies and the Merry Snowflakes stamp set. This is a bundle in the holiday catalog. I absolutely love this. This is probably my second favorite in the holiday catalog. And you guys, I didn't order this on the pre-order or as soon as I could get it. I actually waited. I've had it maybe a month now, but I waited to the end to get it. And now I'm kicking myself because I just love these dies. This one is like a big long one that you can do like a strip on the side. It's got some that you can layer the snowflakes inside of. I've made several videos using this this bundle and these dies, so if you're curious, just check out the rest of my videos. But this one is, you get 14 dies, and they are worth the price of admission, let me tell you guys. So these are the 4 I chose to use on my card. This one I just adore. I think it is just so pretty. So those are the 4 that I used. And like I said, I used that foil paper, and then I just put the adhesive sheets on the back, so it's going to make it so easy for me to adhere those down. So all you have to do is take your Versamark, and I'm going to use the 3 snowflake stamps that are in the bundle, and I'm just going to ink those up in Versamark, and then I'm going to stamp my first one right here. And then you can go ahead and pour your heat embossing over those if you want to just make sure you're not going to stamp on top of each other. But these guys are so far away that I'm not worried that I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to stamp them all 3 at once. And let's go ahead then and we'll put, I'm also going to use these silver clear epoxies. But I want to get this on here. Now I use a tray just because I don't like to get a mess all over my countertop, because can you guys see the mess I'm already making on that tray? And the lid that goes on my little container, it really, when I open it up, that's what that big goop over there is. I'm going to close this just to make it easier so I can go back over this one. It looks like I missed a little bit. But when I use embossing powder, it seems like I make a mess and I get it everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to look at my card front and kind of make sure that I don't have any specks anywhere I don't want. I'm going to grab my white. I don't have my embossing buddy over here, so I'm not going to use it. But I'm going to go ahead and do the sentiment while I'm here. And we have the Versamark opened. And then we'll put our embossing powder on this side. And then we'll be ready to heat that embossing powder up. Now I've got a few flakes right there, I see. So I'm going to grab, I thought I had my paintbrush that I used. Okay, sorry about that. I left it across the room when I did my YouTube live last week. I did heat embossing and I had it over there just in case I needed it. Okay, I think that is all. Let's turn the heat tool on. This is what takes the longest to make this card is the heat embossing. And it still doesn't take that long. It's just long enough for your heat tool to heat up. I love to watch that powder melt. It's just like magic every time. So pretty. And then let's grab our card. It really shows up really well. The silver really shows up well on the smoky slate. And you just want to make sure you get all of that melted. And in case I didn't tell you, my base is smoky slate, and it is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. That's so pretty. I just love heat embossing, and I love it on this gray on smoky slate. It's just so pretty. Now you want to make sure that that is dry before you start working with it. It doesn't take it too long to dry, but I'm going to go ahead now and flip this over, and I'm going to add dimensionals. Now you could use the strips of I can't remember now what they're called, but we have like the long strips of adhesive. I'm just going to use my dimensionals. It probably would have been easier, honestly, to use those strips, but I didn't think about it until just now, so we're not going to worry about it. I'm going to put a little mini one right there because I do want to make sure that that corner is going to stay down. So I'm just going to peel off these backings. Okay, and then once you have those off, I just lined it up starting with this corner. That's where my eye is looking right now. And then you just kind of line the rest of them up. Let me move these out of the way. And then we'll start putting our snowflakes on. So just find one of them where you think it's going to be easy to start peeling that back. Sometimes this can be a little bit tricky, but you just got to keep moving them until you find one where you can kind of get your fingernail in the center like that. See how I started working that back? And then I like to just slowly peel it back, and it will usually take away any of those inside pieces, but just make sure that it does before you adhere whatever it is you've die cut out. Just make sure you get all those little pieces out that you don't want still in there. And then we're going to take the next biggest snowflake, and we're going to do the same thing. Just try to get that. I don't have my better glasses on. I don't know why I don't, because they would really come in handy right now as I'm trying to do this. There we go. And again, I'm just going to check and make sure that I have all those little pieces out that I may not want to stay in there. And it's okay if they kind of overlap a little bit like that one did. This snowflake, I stamped down a little bit lower than what I did in the original, but that's still okay. You guys get the gist of it. It's just, you know, for some background. And then we'll take this smaller one. Now, this one still had some little things inside, so I want to make sure I get those before I put it down. It looks like it was just that one. And we're just going to put it right there. That, to me, is going to draw attention to our sentiment. And then we'll peel this one off in the same manner. I thought I just seen it. There we go. Make sure all those inside pieces are out. And then this one, we're just going to put right about there. Just like that, okay? And then we're just going to finish it off with some of these cute little silver and clear epoxy essentials. So some of these are more silver and these are clear. So of course I'm going to use the silver ones. And they have like a teardrop, a diamond, and just a circle. And I'm just going to use the teardrops. That's what I used on the original, so we'll just stick to that. So I'm going to put one kind of there. And then I'm going to grab another one. Maybe I'm going to grab one. Let's see if I got that loose enough now. Okay, I should have the spatula end on here, I guess, and I don't. There we go. And we'll put it right there. And then let's do one more. And we'll put it, let's put that one right about there. And you can use as many as you want on those. But there you guys go. That is my card for you guys for today. I hope that you like it. Just go around, make sure you have all that adhesive stuck down on your card. And you can shop all these supplies in my online store. And I would really appreciate it, you guys. If you aren't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And you can also leave me a comment. And if you want to hit that little bell notification, you'll get notified every time I upload a video, which, like I said at the beginning, is every Monday and Thursday. Thanks so much for taking your time to watch the video today, guys. Bye-bye.